right. Welcome back, everybody. Um, so we left off. You guys had just returned triumphantly from rescuing Chief Wraith's son from some strange Alvarez soldiers hiding out in a cave in Meyer Noctum. Uh, and everybody was conversing about various things that you found out. Uh, and future plans. Uh, so who wants to discuss things first? Or do people have more things they want to discuss?
And that is why, through Master Protocols 567.b, you should really not have sexual relations with anyone who it is very likely that they were mind controlled by an aberration or psionic entity. Do you get that,
I,
Aerith?
I already got it.
Okay.
Alright, I won't sleep with the lad. I'll
Okay.
wait. She just like grins.
Forgot about that conversation.
I did too until just right now.
That was the end of like a 5-minute speech on like military. Like, this is protocol that this specific order follows because yeah.
I mean, I feel like Aerith probably also was tuning you out during that.
Oh no, I don't expect that she listened to me.
Right.
Also did in front of the Archdruid, so
It
I'm
is
not sure how
protocol to
pleased she
remind
was.
people of the protocols, though.
Yeah. It's not like
She's got
persistence.
time.
Yeah, persistence doesn't expect her to like follow them. Like, it's not giving Aerith an order, but it's like, hey, these are all the reasons why this is a bad idea. Do you understand? Yes. Okay, we're good. It's like a terms of service thing. Check the box. All right, fine.
Well, that certainly was a lot more thorough than I really needed, but I don't
It's
didn't
caused
have any
issues in the
plans on
past.
that anyway, so.
Yes, it's just learn
Oh,
from past
yes.
mistakes.
Well, his father at least seems very happy to have him back.
Yeah,
Yes.
and this is a very good
Uh,
generalized outcome of events.
yes. Now, Archdruid, how would you like to proceed? Because we can get back to the castle very quickly with your aid, but I do not want to inconvenience you too much. I don't know if you'd wish to stay with the villagers and help them return to the keep, or if you'd like to come with us to sort of start getting a lay
Hmm.
of the land and improving the natural defenses around the area.
Well, if they're planning on coming to the keep, then, and we think there might be these illithids wandering around, then it might be good for them to have some sort of escort.
I'm not so
Um,
worried
they
about
seem like,
ambushing of them while journeying. I am worried about a few of them being potential agents of the enemy, and that's more of a long-term concern. It's in their, if they are
yes.
compromised, it's in their best interest to get as many of their people into our keep as possible. So getting them there, I don't anticipate issues there.
Hmm. Uh, yes. Well, they should be capable of traveling there as long as nothing untoward happens. So I can come with you to the castle and meet up with my own underlings that are supposed to be rendezvousing with us there, and then send you on your way uh, once you decide your next move.
Very much appreciated. And do you have the ability for us to travel tonight, or will we need to spend the night here and then travel in the morning?
I'm trying to remember how long it's been.
I don't remember if we took a long rest. I don't think we did.
So I think you took a long rest at the temple, and then you flew here um, at super speed,
Mm-hmm.
did all the stuff in the cave, took a short rest, and
Yeah.
are back
Right.
here.
Okay, that's what I remember. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, okay. So from here, so it's 36 miles and you're moving at 300, you're moving at 10 times speed, right? So normally that would be 12 hours of travel time. So divided by 12 hours divided by 10. So let's do times 6. Let's do times 6, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna say it took you about an hour to get here flying, and then you talked to people, and then you moved over to the cave. That's which would normally take you. It would have been like 15 minutes. You did the thing, took a short rest. So it's probably been like 4 hours at this point.
Oh, we can
Oh, I guess. Oh
still.
no, I guess
We also explored the
you
cave
you had to
afterwards.
walk back.
Yeah.
You explored the cave a little bit, and you had to walk back because uh, the you had Vogue with you
Yeah.
and his two friends, right? So that would
Yep.
have been a 2 hour walk back, or a 4 hour walk back actually, because you're going through regular swamp.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's the end of the day at this point.
Okay.
So your wind walk has worn off. I guess she theoretically can upcast it because she hasn't used any other spell slots today, right?
Yeah.
Because
That's why I was asking.
she has up, yeah. Upcasting doesn't do anything, but she's got the spell slot, so she might as well use it. So yeah, so it is evening. It's starting to get dark because you had to escort the three former prisoners back here. But yeah, she says, yes, I can take us back tonight if you wish. Um,
I believe
that's really
that's
up to you how long.
okay. I believe that sounds good. What do you think, Jacques?
Jacques is lost in thought.
Hmm. Riveting. Uh. Well.
I would love to be back tonight. My ceiling and me miss each other.
Hmm. Noted. Well, let's just see if Tenlis is finished with his conversation with the chieftain, and then I assume we flash over to that conversation.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds great.
Chieftain Frag,
Um,
I have a great burden placed upon me, and that was one I must share with you.
well, I mean, you did rescue my son, so I am in your debt.
I have been
Uh,
charged with a grim task. I will have to raise your great grandmother back into service.
um, well, I'm not sure how I can help with that. I'm no wizard or other kind of spellcaster. Do
The
wizards revive
ties of your
people?
blood will be important. But also, there's another thing. Seeing as you are leader of these people, you have not been yet knighted, and this will also prove as your test of will for what is to come.
Um, I mean, I've been leading uh, my people for all my life. They trust me. Do we really need
Yes,
these
but
old
you have not
old?
been proven by the lady.
The lady has ever guided my actions, my lord.
Yes, and
Why
today
do you
you will
think?
be tested.
Hmm. Well, name your challenge then.
I will need you to take part in this ritual. We should prepare this area. I will need some chains. And do you have her armor? Or was it buried with her?
Um, well, um, what pieces remain? I wear. It's been 300 years in a swamp. That's not very good for metal, you see.
This will do fine. I will need to see here. Probably. I think we have some spares around here. This should do fine, though. I'll need some chains. I'll need some jars. Let's see here. These bones I go over
and I'll
to
choke you
prep.
with my breath.
Let's see here. I'll need
Mm.
someone to grind these bones down.
Uh, Very well, as uh, as you wish. And he gestures to some of his tribesmen. One of them comes up and takes the bones, and the other one and runs off to the village to grind them down. And the other one goes off in search of some chains.
Let's see here. It's been 2 weeks. I'm not correctly rehearsed in my head what I wanted to do. Let's see here. Let's see here. Do I need to take a rest? I think I do. Uh, let's see here.
Well, my outline whatever preparations you need, and I can see to them, as well as a evening meal for you all. It's the least I can do.
Let's see here. Bells. I think I can probably just do it now. Let's see here. All right. I'll need her body excavated and brought before the statue of the lady,
Hmm.
and she shall have to observe this.
Yes. Um. And he shouts over to his tribesmen over here, uh, "Get the shovels!"
All
And
right.
a couple of them run off to go get some shovels.
All right. I will go head off to prepare. I will ask you to do the same. I'm gonna go head over to Minsk.
Uh,
Minsk. Those vial, that case I gave you earlier, I'll need it.
Why exactly?
I will need those vials. You will see what they'll be used for.
Eh, that's not really a reason. It's not an explanation either.
Just trust me, Minsk. It's hard to explain.
No, this is not one of those stories. I tell many of the stories like that. This is why I know these stories are not good stories, because we are sitting here with much time. You can give me simple explanation, da?
I'll need them to raise Elise Wraith. There you go.
That's fairly easy and didn't seem all that difficult. Minx will hand it over.
It's the details that matter.
I, I don't need to know the details so long as you are doing this for something that makes sense.
Okay.
Lord Tenless, how long do you
Thank you.
expect this to take? We were going to leave today, tonight, before resting.
Gaze up into the sky. What does it look like?
the sun is setting, and a pale moon is rising.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, I guess there's 3 moons, so the pale moons are rising.
I think, let's see here. I have no idea. I forgot if I needed to take a long rest or not, which would just be 4 hours. I'm not 100% sure. I think I can
Oh,
probably
I
just do
think
it in an
yeah,
hour.
if you've already cast Raise Dead, I think the invocation only lets you cast Raise Dead once a day, or create undead.
Yeah, I think I'll have to take a 4-hour rest. It's my long rests are only 4 hours. I shall have to prepare over the duration of 4 hours. The ceremony will take perhaps another hour.
Look at Archpriest Kembra.
Also, let's see here. Where's our druid again? Let's see here.
Oh, she's down here.
What's her name?
Yeah, Kembra.
Kembra.
You're
Yeah,
in the group.
Canberra,
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish to
Yep.
pull you to the side. I will need your services before the night is done.
Uh, yes, but I'm always happy to help the Lord of Noctum. What is it you require?
Your spells are prepared. You'll probably have to reincarnate Frag as part of the ritual.
Reincarnate. Oh, Prague.
Yeah. I think that's the
Do you?
raise dead spell druids have.
Yes. Druids do have reincarnate. Do you have the requisite materials? I don't just carry diamonds on me generally.
Hopefully they're around in the town. Let's see here.
She kind of looks skeptically around.
I don't think it's like it's like only like a 300 gold gem or something, right?
It's 1,000 for reincarnate. She could do revivify, which would be 300.
A little difficult for Revivify at this
Maybe
point.
5 might be fine. I don't know.
I think
Let's
he's
see.
talking about in case the chieftain dies during the.
Ah,
Let's see. Well, that just gives me the Fox Oxford definition. Let's see here. 5e. I thought it was cheaper. Oh, that is 1,000 gold.
Reincarnation. What does it mean? Get it the fuck out of here,
Oh, it doesn't
dictionary.
require a gem, but it's rare oils and unigents.
Unguents,
What?
yeah.
Unguents. So
So it's ugly pigman race from Star Wars.
it's not a gem. So if they have rare oils and unguents, which I think should be in a swamp.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like those would be things that they have to specifically gather.
I mean, they would be in a swamp, but
We
they're
should-
rare.
We
Yeah.
should take it out of the treasuries. Should be somewhere around here, somewhere. I think some of us still have like the mist form, right? Has it been 8 hours?
Yeah,
No.
but we
No,
literally.
it's gone
Yeah.
at this point.
Well, the nice thing about reincarnate is we can do it later. Let's be dead for 10 days. We got time.
Hmm.
Well, if we don't have them on hand now, we can take them to a place where we probably should have them.
Hmm. I wonder if perhaps you should be more careful with your subjects' lives.
This is part of the trial. This is as old as the nation itself. This is what the lady demands. For Frag is to be truly a knight and lead this area, he will need to undergo this.
Very well. If that is your desire.
It is not my desire, for I wish not to commit this upon him. But these are dark times. Alrighty. Well, I think we'll just like jump cut, and I guess you have like 4 hours to fuck around.
Okay. Well,
I'm
I
gonna
would
be
say
here. I'm gonna set up the stuff.
So
Yeah.
Archdruid, so we're not leaving now. We're going to be spending the night.
It appears that Lord Noctum intends to conduct some midnight rituals. So yes, I would advise you all to rest. I'm sure that Chief Prague will be more than happy to arrange accommodations in the town for you all.
I look around, just everything is shit, including the town. It's like, well,
It shouldn't be that
make
shit.
do.
I mean, it's basically there's like the ruins of like regular town buildings and then like barbarian huts.
Yeah.
So
Ugh.
Don't diss barbarian huts so bad. They did fine in Scandinavia, and even though they were in Viking, they can have decent houses. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure that they're the huts are probably more comfortable
They've
than
had
the
3
ruins.
centuries to learn and then relearn, and they probably have decent builders in the county over. I don't know. They shouldn't be that bad at it.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's up to you, I suppose.
I mean, I'd say that the huts are pretty nice. The ruins are like they're obviously like the ones that are in use because they have some like feature that they can't replicate with the currently available engineering skills. So like this church here dedicated to the Pale Lady, and the stonework and the altar and stuff is still in use because they don't have the resources to build something like this nowadays.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think the wood huts shouldn't be awful.
Yeah.
It'd
They're
be
pretty
decent.
cozy. I'd say the huts are pretty cozy.
All right.
I have
Uh,
no idea. I just
Persistence
yeah.
gets a hut and goes to, yeah, just goes to sleep, I guess.
I
okay.
just feel like they should have decent lake houses.
All right. Persistence goes to sleep. Uh, Elijah, what are you doing during this time while Lord Noctum prepares for his midnight rituals?
Oh, I wander off. I don't know. I wander off into the woods.
Okay, Elijah has become a creature of the night.
Become.
He is a creature of the night. Yeah. Uh, Aerith.
Um, Aerith is probably Aerith is wherever Minx is, because Minx still has booze. So Aerith is just hanging out with Minx, sulking only a little bit that she shouldn't sleep with the barbarian man.
Hmm.
But
I mean, there are plenty of
You
other
got hours
I,
non-barbarian
upon
men.
hours
I
to run
literally
off.
pointed out all the other non-compromised barbarian men. Like,
yeah, but their art is bad and not as hot as the other one.
You know,
Do you
you
want me to
know,
find
we
better
we have
art
like
for
four
a
hours.
barbarian
The
boyfriend?
guys that
No,
aren't busy with
I,
stuff, I feel like they should be doing a party because they got their dudes
there's
back.
also
I've re-
there's also more of them. Like, what's better, one buff muscly man or like four?
See, you guys are all missing. It's probably down to him being the chieftain's son, so he has some level of hygiene and good teeth. We've all seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Like, oh, he must be a king. Oh, why do you say that? Oh, he's the only one not covered in shit.
She
Yeah.
literally has like water cantrips. She can give them a bath.
Oh, it
But
goes so
that's
much more beyond that. You don't even know.
I agree.
I
Thank you,
During
do.
this
Cusco.
time, I I
Thank
I,
you,
I want to I want
Cusco.
to encourage Frag and I guess everyone else that is not like busy with just some of
uh,
the minor details of this.
I'm
See,
pretty
like
sure.
they should have a little like feast, a little party or something
Yeah,
if they
Minx
haven't
would
already
have
set this
Yeah.
up.
been working towards that anyway because he's always interested in learning new songs from new cultures and
Hmm.
trading dance moves and figuring out all that
Yeah.
kind of jazz.
Chieftain's son's back. You should have a little party.
Yeah, so Minx
Well,
would be encouraging festivities.
Oh, if that's the case and we're not like ending the day or whatnot, then
Well, I thought we were having a party
I mean,
because
you're
it's
you have
not. It's
downtime, sure.
yeah, it's like it's
okay.
Slash
late.
partying slash getting ready to leave probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so I'd probably go and try and if they're doing a party, I'd try and like I don't know, converse with them, like take stock of what their combat experience is, if there's any organizational structure, if they have a militia, because it's like, okay, so once we get you all to the keep, we're going to be folding you into the resistance ranks. And just like going over all that stuff with the
Yeah.
whoever's in charge militarily, either the chieftain
Okay.
or
Yeah. I mean, if you talk to the chief, he'll point you to their town huntmaster, I guess it would be, who also kind of doubles as their militia captain.
okay.
And you could have a conversation with them. But we'll get to that after we do Minx's thing, because that was his thing.
More interesting,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, so I mean, along with all of the like huts and stuff, is like a tribal gathering area for like ceremonies and general carousing. Uh, Prague gives the order for a feast to be prepared in honor of their guests who returned his son, and a couple of others to them, as well as confirming like the whereabouts of all the other people that you found that the Black Dragon killed. Um, so that's less happy, but they at least are happy to know what became of them and be able to uh, properly grieve their fate, uh, knowing what happened. and not just wondering, are they still out there? So there's a big feast and lots of dancing and singing. Minsk, you'd be able to like learn from. I guess so that would be Gruel Talker, um, Lug would be like their master of ceremonies for like their particular tribal rituals and the details of all of that, and the songs of the histories of them surviving and living in the swamp for the past 3 centuries, uh, and
So very much that kind of oral tradition battle poem kind of thing going on.
very much so. Yes, exactly. You got it in one. Um, and it's interesting because the way it's viewed is like, yeah, we had a kingdom here and we were civilized before, and that was all destroyed, but we're still here, right? We survived, and we're still strong, and this is still our home. And so it's not necessarily looked upon as like, oh, we're bemoaning our fate and it's a sad thing that this happened to us. It's no, this is still our home. We're still here and we're still proud of who we are, um, in spite of everything that's happened to us. So very proud. They're proud of their history. It's not something. They're proud of their history, but it's not something they're like, oh, if we could snap our fingers and go back to being civilized, we would do that. Like they have somewhat culturally moved on a little bit from that.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, they still hate the Alvarez because the Alvarez regard them as, you know not subhuman because they are humans, but barbarians, which they are, and they don't think that's a bad thing.
Interesting.
So I'm not going to sing any of the songs because I don't have any off the top of my head, but
Aw.
A shame.
But I get it.
I guess if I'm kind of thinking like, have you seen the Book of Boba Fett? Have you watched the
Yeah.
show?
A lot of
You
throat
know
singing.
the Sand People, yeah,
Yeah.
and the dance they do in episode 2, something like that, like the war dance slash. I guess that would be based on the haka because it's
They're doing K-pop dances.
K-pop.
but with swords and axes.
Some of them have like gimmicks. These guys are just like juggling axes or something stupid.
Yeah, and they do have alcohol because every uh, humans make alcohol. That's just kind of what happens.
But it's better than water most of the time.
Yeah, and it's very important in a disease-ridden swamp,
Mm-hmm.
which they will gladly share with you if you're willing to partake.
Woo.
He's always partaking.
Okay. Okay. So that's Minx. So you're talking to Gruul Talker Lug and learning the history of the tribe and kind of their cultural background. Aerith, what are you doing at this party? You are
Uh,
also partaking, it sounds like.
yeah, Aerith has shed her armor and is just dancing. I think she spends the majority. As long as they dance, she'll dance. Like, she is here for that. She's having a good time.
Okay. And are you just like drinking a little bit, or are you drinking a lot?
She's gone.
Okay. Um, so yeah, so I mean, you don't necessarily know the exact like steps to the dance, but um, what's your dexterity score like?
Not great. Oh, it's a 12.
Is it like
The
a 12, you
plus
said?
one. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you're still reasonably dexterous. Like 10 is average for a human, so you're slightly above average in terms of your ability to follow along and do the moves and learn. Uh, so and like everybody. It's not like it's a precise movements anyway. Um, so are you just dancing, or are you uh, also getting like talking to people, or?
Yeah, she is fully immersing herself in this party, in this moment.
Hmm.
Anyone like not anyone because that sounds crazy, but she'll talk to anyone who wants to talk to her. Like
Hmm.
she is asking questions about just sort of how they live, where did this
Hmm.
dance come from?
Hmm.
She's just enjoying herself and she's just really
Okay.
being in there in the moment with these people.
Yeah. So you would learn in terms of where the dance comes from, and how they live. It's a similar kind of information to what Minx is getting, but just from a more like practical angle of. I mean, this is what we do. It's passed down from our ancestors. It I guess with this specific dance, it would be like a um, a variation of like how like with when you're learning how to swing an axe or a sword or something, you go through different forms, right? And then you different poses, and then you go from there. Or like it these kinds of things generally incorporate movements that are important to everyday life, right? So these people are fighters, they're hunters, and so their dancing involves swinging swords around and uh, bows
What
and these
she
kinds
is
of things.
here for. Like she is
Mhm.
down to clown with all of that.
And you do have plenty of hot tribesmen if you wanted to uh,
It's the hygiene
get
thing.
into
And
that. It's the
as
hygiene thing.
if Persistence notices that she's just like getting wasted and just dancing and talking with everybody, as he's talking with the hunter leader, he'd be like, "Hey, can you select like your two hottest soldiers, please? Just bring them over here for a second."
What
No, this just it's like, do I see like
is?
two? Yeah, like two soldiers are like more reasonably attractive than the rest.
I mean, the
I feel like you're playing matchmaker a little hard there.
I
yeah.
I have soap,
I mean, these guys do have soap. Like
so you just
it's
you just don't feel like using it. Okay,
yeah,
cultural differences.
yeah. I mean,
I tried, Aerith.
I guess this is a question more for Rose the player. Like, is this a direction that you want to explore more, or are you comfortable with just letting it go?
Like this specific direction or this general direction, like in future or right now?
Either one. Would you be? Are you interested in romantic interests right now, or are you interested in and are you be interested in them in the future?
I'm always down for romantic interests. Are you kidding me? I'm here to romance every single player in Mass Effect. Let's go.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
but not right now. These are the we're in the swamp. Aerith, just nope, nope.
okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. So in the future, maybe, but not right now. So yeah, so you just have a good time dancing with everybody. You get super drunk, but not drunk enough for anything more. Um, they're still in a swamp. It's a mood killer.
He hates this place.
Maybe once you get out of the swamp, then we'll see. Um, okay. Um, so then let's see. So that gives us back around to persistence, I think. Uh, well, because Tenellis is off preparing. So you're talking to the hunt master, whose name is Drawer.
Gesundheit. Yes. And basically, I'm just trying to get the preliminary information of like, I assume these guys are going to become a unit once we get them back to the keep. So just
Yes.
trying to
Yeah.
sort of suss out what kind of like what capabilities they're going to be adding to our
Uh,
retinue.
sure. So you suss out. Let me just go ahead and I'll go ahead and just give them to you because you're going to get them eventually,
Unless,
unless something untoward happens.
entire town must be sacrificed.
Let's see. Save changes. Here you go.
All right. Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah, and doing the stats should be pretty self-explanatory. For the like units, for the like commander versus general. So each of you is allowed to be like in charge and in control of up to your proficiency bonus worth of units. But like you're not the actual like commanding officer of those units, right? Like you would be telling whoever that is to go and do stuff. So I've started including just as like a face for each unit, like an NPC, uh, who can kind of speak for that unit and the feelings of the members of each unit.
Okay.
So I included the general is, you know, which one of you is technically like in charge of the unit, but then the commander is the person who's actually like on the ground giving everybody orders and organizing everything for you for that particular unit.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So once I get a sense for that, I'd then write down. Okay. So after we do this ritual and leave, you are to muster your forces, even non-combatants. We don't want to leave any exposed out here in the swamp for Alvarez to attack. And bring them to Castle Noctum. I assume you know where that is. Once you're them, and speak to this quartermaster, and we'll get you outfitted, etc., etc. Just making sure he knows all the logistic things that we expect of him.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to be able to do that, so that they're going to be able to escort their own civilians. They think they'll be able to escort them without really any troubles. They're going to move pretty slow because they're moving a whole town through a swamp. Um, but they can make it work. And then once they get to Noctum, then they can move much faster because they'll be able to just like this is their home, so they know how to move through the swamp.
Excellent.
They
All right.
also handle their own logistics. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Any questions that you have for us?
Let's see. How long do you think that we'll be staying at Castle Noctum?
Depends on how long this war lasts.
So
And I sort of explained the larger, like,
yeah,
the UDDC. There's a naval thing. We're providing a distraction. We're hitting them hard. It's like, are your people wanting to, after this is over, return to your swamp? Are you looking to possibly win some less swampy territory in Alvarez and settle, make a new town there? Possibly start a better life. Like, what are your people's desires?
well, this is our home, so I imagine most people will want to stay here. Though the more adventurous among us might want to go out and make a new life for themselves. I mean, I think the biggest thing that we would win from aiding your cause would be uh, no longer being afraid of the Empire coming in again. That would be nice. Not living in fear of them.
Yes, we also might want to, as opposed to building up this village here, rebuild the area around Castle Noctum and turn that into a city. You could be the first new inhabitants of that as well. Pick out the choicest locations for your homes.
Yes, that makes sense to me. Although, isn't that place quite haunted?
Yes, but those are now all our forces. Those will be your comrades fighting shoulder to shoulder with zombies and the knights of ages past. Those are the forces we'll be bringing to bear against the Alvarez.
He looks a little bit unsettled by that, but nods.
this is
Like,
why they must be put through the ritual, so they know what to do.
yeah. It's like, well, I mean, we've certainly had to handle our share of undead living in these swamps. Can't say can't say I ever thought that I'd be fighting alongside them.
Yes,
How
well.
about alongside with a friend?
Ah,
Never
Lord
thought I'd die
Noctum.
alongside a zombie.
Good of you to join
You did
us.
not.
Uh, but yes.
Sorry, I just needed some sensors here. Let's see, some torches. I already
Yep,
grabbed
there
this
you go.
stuff.
Here, I have some incense. There you go.
Yes, important. We'll
Yes.
go back off to the temple.
But yes, for now, that is the plan. Once you rendezvous, we will include you in any further discussions and incorporate you into the chain of command.
Right. I mean, would I still be answering to Chief Wraith, or who's in charge of
Our
the army?
that is up to your people. Who, if it's, I was under the when I asked Chief Rafe, he said that you were the commander of their armed forces. So soon we'd be having that discussion with you directly. If you'd prefer that we have those conversations with Lord Wraith and then he communicates down to you, we can arrange that.
No, I mean, who's leading the whole army?
Oh, that would be Sir Cartier over there is our commander.
I see. Um,
Aerith has
well,
begrudgingly pulled Jock into a dance. Uh,
And then
Do
I sort
whatever
of
you want with
explain
them.
I sort of explained the network of alliances that all like lead up to him.
mhm,
So it's like, so you would be serving under Lord Wraith, who has pledged his loyalty to Noctum, who has allied himself with Sir Cartier and the alliance forces that are sort of banding together under him for this operation. So,
I see. Um, hmm. And while Sir Cartier is out in the field, so to speak?
it depends on who we are going to be leaving in command of the castle. I don't want to make that decision myself. We will have that discussion as a group when everybody can give input.
All right, sounds good. Yes, it's important to have a clear chain of command.
Yes, although if Lord Wraith is going to be staying behind at the keep, I can't think of any higher ranked individuals, especially if he's also going to be in charge of the civilians who are going to be at the keep.
I imagine that he would put himself in charge of the defensive forces of the keep, and he would delegate command of the troops to his son.
Yeah, you'd have no argument from me on that front, but it does bear discussion.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll discuss that further when we have all relevant parties involved.
Indeed, I look forward to working with you, and I hold up my hand for a very firm handshake.
He returns it.
Yep. All right, and now the
Okay.
business is taken care of, I go over to partake in the dancing.
All
I
right.
just realized we took everything from Kato but his armor. Would keep some pieces of that.
Oh, we
Uh,
ruined it.
Yeah, but ruins is all I need. I might
Oh
scavenge
yeah,
some of that.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you could have the pieces of his armor.
Oh,
It's
also, I just realized Frag is like he's wearing like a woman's armor, but I guess it's fine.
well, I mean, he's got like
It's
one
fancy
or
armor.
two plates left because
Oh, I need that
it's
stuff.
metal armor that's been in a wet swamp, a saltwater swamp no less, for 300 years.
I haven't had time to make a proper suit of armor. I'll have to deal with what I got. I'll get
They
a
said I was
fancy suit
crazy
later.
to wear armor in a swamp, but I did it anyways. Rusted and fell apart.
Yep. Okay. So I mean, the celebrations go into the night. Um, with everybody partying except for Elijah, who has slipped off into the darkness of the woods, and uh, Count Noctum, who is preparing his dark rituals to
All right.
resurrect his Viscount. Well, it takes place in the dark, at least.
Oh yes, it's very dark out here.
Yes.
Aerith tries to pull literally everyone into the dance, except for those two
Mhm.
because they're gone. But like
Right.
everyone in the party.
Oh, this is why Elijah slipped away. He does not do parties.
Yeah. All the tribal children are
I need like a
joined in as
pentagram.
well.
Yeah. Persistence doesn't drink, but he dances and carouses and all
I'm
that.
yeah, I imagine that he's well trained in like
Wow.
courtroom dancing.
Oh yeah. Because even before, when you were asking about dexterity for dancing, like performance is a charisma-based skill. Thank you very much. So
Well, as I learned from the fucking the book from Tales of Icewind Dale, you can do a charisma investigation check. So
Does
Uh,
Persistence dance like follow their steps, or is he doing his own little thing?
oh, definitely try and blend in with the locals. And do like every now and then if like things are in between dances, if people are like doing feats of strength or like showing off or whatnot, he'd be like grabbing rocks and throwing them in the air and slicing them with his sword of sharpness, just cutting rocks in half for people.
okay, so far from the boisterous and bright celebration that is being held in the town, Viscount Noctum has prepared his ritual. So yes, Persistence, you're at the party. Elijah, you're out. So we've got Chief Prague Wraith. We've got Kembra here as well, right? Just in case. Do you want Vogue here, or is Vogue at the party?
uh, uh, let's not have Fog here.
Okay, so just
He
the
should
three of you.
keep track of the party.
Oh, I'm keeping my eye
He's a
on
young guy. He wants to go be there, right?
the three that we
Oh yeah.
brought back. I'm keeping my eye on them just in case there's. I don't
Okay.
expect anything to happen because it's like it's
Do
a
you want to
party.
make a an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
See if you notice anything.
I'm shit at
Did
those,
I
but
bring my horse? I think I
Yeah,
brought my
I mean they
horse.
seem to be. I mean they're celebrating
Put
a
my
little bit
horse
harder
there.
than everybody else, but that seems to
There
be
you go.
just because they were the ones that came close
yeah,
to dying, and they're making up for lost time, as it were.
yeah. I don't expect them to try anything, even if they were compromised, but just in case.
Yep. Okay. All right, knocked them.
All right.
Uh,
I I set up my minions. They're dead, extra dead, but they're kind of propped up
mhm.
around in the circle. And I gave them like some sticks, and they have like kind of like some incense going in like a little censer or something, or just maybe just a bowl or something random. I'm gonna mix one of those vials of goop with the bones of ground bones of Kato. I'm gonna lay out a ritual circle,
Mhm.
and the nice thing, I didn't even know you could do this stuff with but it's kind of neat. You can do all the classic wizard bullshit with let's see here, precipitation. I can have three silly effects going on. So I'm gonna make the circle glow uh for like an hour. So it's got my
Okay.
my glowing rune circle here. I'm going to cast let's see here. Whoa. I'm gonna cast hallucinatory terrain, and I'm going to make it. I don't know if this is probably what I can do, but I'm going to make the area around this little temple kind of look like a massive pit or a void, and then the temple's like floating in midair.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
So
it's
obviously it's just an illusion, but it looks like I got rid of all the terrains. It looks like the temple's like sitting there over like a hole in the
a
ground, I
big
guess.
a big pit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you get there, it's like, oh, it looks, and maybe you can have some floating chunks of land just for nonsense, you gotta make it look nice.
Okay.
Maybe we'll put like a tree in the corner. It's like glowy or something. I don't know. It's about the presentation. You gotta set up the looks. I think I should
Mhm.
cover this whole map close to it.
150
It's
foot
like
cube.
cube. Yes, a cube.
Yes, it's 150 feet on a side, so I think you can get
Well,
the
you can have
whole
some gap.
temple.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you can get the whole
enough to
temple and a
make it
little bit
matter.
around it.
Yeah.
Not the whole map, but yeah.
Damn, it's a cube. Is it three? Oh, that's the range. Damn, it's a cube. Oh, that's fine.
Uh,
I guess the effect I want.
mhm.
Would this
Well,
worry the rest of us?
you're busy.
Maybe. Would
Keep
it?
the masses
Look
entertained.
over. Let me do another, I guess, insight check because I know he's doing a ritual over there, and I know he's.
We're gonna put like the coffin right here or something like that.
We're under
It's fine.
attack. We're...
No,
He's
no, the booze
fine.
is doing its work.
I'm not drinking.
Ah, the secret booze is doing its work. Someone needled you. Canberra put a spell over you. You didn't notice. It's a tragic. Anyways, I'm going to take out the Hardicado, which is still pretty fresh,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna carve some runes into the little jar. And let's see here.
A jar of
Yeah.
goop and bones.
Well, not it's just the hearts in the jar by itself.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you're right. Use the mixture of is the
The
goop the
the
honey?
the the bones and the goop I mixed together, and they made the ritual circle. I
Okay.
put that out.
And is the goop you mean the necromantic honey?
Yeah, the sauce. We got
Okay.
3 vials. I'm gonna use all 3 vials. See how it goes. This might turn out bad. Who knows? Maybe nothing will happen. Anyways, let's see here. All right, you're gonna crack open this coffin. All right, I'm gonna look at that
Mhm.
lovely skeleton if it's there.
Well, so I mean, she was buried in a wood coffin with no preservatives 300 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just a jar of dirt, basically.
Nah,
Like,
bones last longer than that.
I looked it up. They do not. Not in the swamp.
Nah, these are special bones. They last longer than that.
Special bones.
Yeah, these special bones.
Okay, it's a peat bog. So that's like a bog body, I
Mr.
guess.
Bones.
That would be
You never know. She was a champion of the lady.
an interesting distinction because if it's
Actually,
more of a
maybe that's all
regular
I need.
swamp,
I'll take this the swamp goo,
Yeah, the swamp
and
morass.
I'm gonna put some runes and stuff in the armor of Kato, and I guess what's left. Right, encase the bone shards in the goo and that.
Okay.
All right, Frag, come here. It is
Uh,
time. I'm gonna take the fucking lid off the jar. Also, I'll chain up the armor just in case. I'm gonna
just in
like,
case.
well, it's like like some chain, Anyways, this is for show. It looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Frag, offer your blood to the jar,
All right.
and I'll
He
like
takes.
slit not somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. He's
Let's see.
does the classic slitting of his palm and blood
I'll
starts
drain
dripping
that
in.
into the jar. Let's see. Blood of the family. I'm gonna pull out the necromantic honey. It's like blood of the land, and then blood of the Lord. And I'll cut my own hand. I'm gonna let it drip in there. And then let's see here. I'm gonna use Mage Hand. I'm gonna make it float
Okay.
in the air. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. I think that's all the spells. Let's see
Okay.
here. All right. I'm going to cast Raise Dead on the body. Well, what's left of it. I don't know, depending.
Okay.
I'm gonna say there's a skeleton because I want a skeleton there.
Okay.
Skeleton will be alive, and then I'm going to take the last vial, and I'm going to chug that, and I'm going to fall unconscious. Let's see here, and I'm going to let's see here. I'm gonna have a vision where he's on a battlefield. He's been ambushed, and people are being cut down all around him. And he
Mhm.
sees a big brute of a vampire rush up. He tries to defend himself, but it cuts through his blade and through his arm and into his chest, and he falls dead. Falls down, and bodies falling all around him. And he keeps on falling into a black sea. and he drowns in it. And he falls down and he awakens in a dark abyss with a small amount of water. His bones are chilled. He lays there for a time, and then let's see here. And then from the darkness of the edge, a lady in a white dress stained with blood and a metal claw will come up across the black plane, and she'll lift him up, and she's gonna stare at him for a while, and she's gonna plunge that claw into his chest and squeeze his heart, bring him back to life. Let's see here, and then Noctum will then awaken in that black abyss, and he's gonna crouch down. He's like, Elise, I need you once more. The lady needs you. And he's going to, let's see here. He's going to plunge his hand into that wet abyss, and he's going to reach out for the soul of Elise. And he's going to try to pull it out.
Okay. Let's see. One moment while I process everything that you did here.
I had it more formulated earlier, but doing this
Mhm.
stuff in the real after a few weeks is always kind of cringy. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
But in the search, he just relives his death, and he reawakens in that place where he died before.
Right. Can you make me an Arcana check?
All right, let's hopefully we don't roll bad, because it's like, all right, I'm going to do all this nonsense so I can roll bad. And we're gonna use that past knowledge. Oh wow.
Okay.
We didn't do
Uh,
great.
well, with that knowledge from past life, I was gonna have the DC be 15.
So that
So then,
counts.
We need it.
yeah. And then Vogue is gonna make a Constitution check to see how much blood he can give. Ooh, it's not
Does he have
much.
knowledge of a
Not
past life?
enough. He does
Damn.
not have knowledge of a past life. So, and then Kembra is going to put her hand on her shoulder and put her the power of nature behind you to help you reach deep, deep into the abyss. 300 years worth into the abyss. She's going to attempt to
I'll cry a single tear. Does that help?
pull you out.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. So you need to make a decision now.
Mm.
So you are reaching and into the darkness and sensing and reaching out, and you feel like you're not getting deep enough. You need to go farther. You need more blood. You need more power. So at this point, do you ask Chief Prague for more
Yes.
blood? Yes.
Greg,
Okay.
this is where I must call upon you. Are you willing to give your life for the lady?
Uh, my life is hers already. And he's gonna slit his wrist. So he's
Oh,
gonna
I
make
was gonna
another.
kill him. That's fine.
Okay,
You
you
can
can
do
kill him
that.
too. What do you? How do you kill him? He
I was
goes
gonna
to
pull
slit
out
his
my
wrist.
blade. I was gonna shove it in his heart.
Okay, you shove it in his heart, and his heart's blood comes out. Uh, and that's gonna put it over the edge, and he's gonna make some death saving throws. Uh, that's one success, two successes, one failure, two failures. All right, this next one determines whether he lives or dies.
Oh, the lady wasn't happy with
Oh,
him.
Uh, so
Oh, that'll cost 1K if it works.
yeah. So he gives his last drop of blood.
I'll take that out of my field, obviously. I think we have enough
Okay.
to split 10K or 1K between us. No, that would be my
Yeah.
expenditure.
Um,
The rare oils.
let's see. DC is decreased by 3. Okay, and you each succeeded because he killed himself to do it. Okay.
What a sentence.
Okay.
I know he's a good
so,
dude. He's willing to kill himself. I was like, good.
So, um, with the sacrifice of his life's blood to reach into the void, you feel your fingers brush against Lady Wraith's soul, and you make a grab for her. I need you to roll a d20 and hope you don't roll a 1.
Sounds great, dude. That's on the
Okay.
high end.
Um, so you're able to grab her wrist, and you feel her cold hand grab your wrist. It's soul to soul, so it's a very intimate moment between the two of you as you pull her soul from the dark, uh, and you come to, and you see in the skeleton uh, 2 points of blue light ignite in her skull, uh, and the skeleton sits up.
All right.
Like, where
I
where
shall
am I?
cast the shadow into the jar, and I'm gonna put that jar into her chest, so she have a new heart. Bring her back to
Okay.
life. Yeah, there we go.
She looks around confused. Uh, Chief Wraith's dead body is cooling next to her. Who are you? Who is? What's happened?
I am Tenos, and I have brought you back to serve the lady.
Lord Noctum. But didn't I? You, we. I'm sorry. I don't think that explains much more.
That's all you need to know.
It seems that even in death, I still serve.
I was just expecting her to like not fucking even be verbal, so this is fine.
Um, I mean, you got her soul back. That was the key thing.
All right. Well, let's see here. I'm afraid Noctum has fallen, and the lady calls upon us to restore the land. Let's
Uh,
see here. And thus
yes,
it has come to me to bring you back.
I remember we lost, but then um, the sea came in, uh, and sh- wait, you? I remember you,
In the mountain.
Archdruid Kembra. You helped us. You helped us adapt to our new home. Well, and then I died of old age, and now I'm here. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm gonna need some time to process all of this.
Take your time.
Um,
But you should eat if you need to. And I just went to Frank.
um, you can see she kind of like uh, tilts her head to the side. And is like, I don't feel hungry.
All right. Well, there you go. We did.
Okay.
I got nothing to add.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, well, what do you do now?
We should get ready to go back to Castle Noctum.
Yes, that would be a good place to coordinate from if it's left. How long has it been?
About a week.
Um,
Oh, maybe
that's
2 now, I think.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks since.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I'm still very confused, my lord. Um,
I see you need time. Listen, I need
yes,
to attend
perhaps.
to my other subjects here.
Yes.
Now that we have you.
Mistress Kemba, perhaps you could get me up to speed on what's going on. And it's like, yes, I would be happy to. Um,
Well, I'm gonna take
um,
another 4-hour rest. I
okay.
get my horse back.
Yes. I will. Kemba's like, I will
No, wait, I left my
inform her
horse
of what's
behind. I don't
going
have a
on.
horse. Fuck him. I'll have to bring
Yeah.
Doug back. That's right. I did that moment. Put down the horse that was dead.
Yep. You had to leave him behind.
There we go.
And then I will trance and return uh, in order to recover my strength and everything to get back. Yeah. Okay. So I guess you zone out into your rest of the dead or whatever the feature is called, where you zone out because you're a zombie. Um,
I'm gonna bring Doug back, and then I'm gonna put Frag on Doug's back.
okay.
I'll have to take him back to Castle Nocturne.
Okay.
Get him some
Uh,
armor made.
Yep. All right. So let's
He has
zoom.
earned his knighthood.
Right. Let's
I'm gonna cover him with a bag. Don't need Frog to see him.
Yeah, I imagine that might cause a stir if you murdered
So
the chieftain.
It's not for the lower
I was
classes to see
thinking.
this.
So persistence is assuming that the abyss opened up another hole and is trying to pour into the world because he rolled that one on insight. He's trying to rally the drunken villagers to launch a counterattack. Uh,
But there's a giant hole in the way. What are they gonna do?
yeah, well, that's the thing. He's trying to get them to get up their nerve and see if we can get past the hole. So
One particularly intrepid villager kind of like goes up to the edge and peers over and pokes at it, and it's like, wait a minute, there's still something here. I can feel the ground.
A shadow comes up and grabs him and pulls him to the ground.
Ah! Let's see.
I go and I start fighting the shadows.
I'll keep him distracted.
I lead, like you said that it was floating free. Like, is there at least a path up to the door?
I think there would be, because like I mean, I guess that's up to Cell, because there wouldn't have to
As
be,
you walk up
because
to the edge and you put a foot forward, there'll be like like a rock, a little platform will show up. And you just like take that little rock pathway up to the
Okay.
temple.
Yeah, so I'm leading a charge into the temple, and I
Okay.
probably arrive after the ritual's all finished, just with a bunch of drunken and confused whatever tribesmen would follow me who are not too
Yeah.
inebriated.
There's several drunken tribesmen, plus those members of the guard that got the unfortunate task of remaining on watch.
Tunnelus,
Yeah, I think-
where are the demons? The shadows are
Uh,
clawing at the place.
Kembra will look over at you. She's sitting cross-legged in her trance, and she just opens up one eye, and it's like, "There's no demons here, Knight of Hell. What is the meaning of this intrusion?"
The abyss opened up beneath this temple. I rallied the men to rescue from whatever infernal forces or abyssal forces were assaulting us. Was Prague dead? What slew him? Point me in their direction. We'll chase him down.
He gave his life in the service of his lady and his lord. All will be put right soon enough.
Okay. So, fuck it. All right. Now, just
Uh,
like
all the villagers,
Semper is like chill about it. Persist like, all right, fuck it,
all
whatever.
the villagers are kind of looking between you and Kembra, very unsure of how to react.
And the dead chieftain.
And the dead chieftain.
Hmm.
At least, would you like to address your people?
Oh, and but now undead.
Yeah, and the Death
I
Knight.
think she's mainly just like slurry, but there's like just enough skull left to animate dead on. But we're gonna encase it in armor, so it's not a big deal. So she's gonna be a nice
Okay.
little Nazgul. And we'll have that.
Um,
We'll have Kato's heart in the center of it that got hijacked. So it's all good.
it's like, uh, yes. Is this? Uh, who are these people? Sorry, I don't recognize them.
These are your people. These are the people of. Who are they? Let's see.
Kemper will
I
pipe up
pull
and be
out a
like,
map. Let's see here. Let's see. Shmira, no,
"These
in
are
the
the
middle of this
people of
place.
Silverbury, members of Tribe Wraith. Your descendants, Lady Wraith." It's like, oh, this is way too much. Um,
Yeah, I have expected to come back as a grunting ghoul, so it's like, oh, she's lucid. This is good.
better than you expected.
Yes, I did. Lady was truly looking on this ritual.
Mhm.
That was the intent of all this flare, you see. It's not really it does much, but it attracts the vision. You gotta put on a good show so that the lady can smile upon the endeavor.
Yeah, you can get away with a lot of good role playing. So,
You gotta put all the shinies. Oh, I forgot some other things I was gonna do with precipitation. So just put this in your mind. I can do 3 things with this.
right?
So
You
I can make the glow. I can. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. I can put some uh let's see here. Oh yeah, I can add some colors and symbols to the surface of the thing. So you can add some runes, and also I can play some like music. So I wanted to play some chanting with the precipitation. So I was gonna do some light chanting of whatever they're chanting. I don't know. It's something in Undercommon or Elvish. I don't know.
Pseudo Latin Gregorian chanting,
Yeah,
lorem ipsum,
it just sounds
something
nice.
galore.
And that would be coming out of the voices of my 3 skeletons that they're not animated, but I'm making them chant.
Yeah,
That's why I set
all
them up.
the villagers just kind of look at a persistence. They're just like, do we need to do something about this? Because this feels like it's above our pay grade. Not that we really have money in the swamp, but it's a figure of speech that has survived for the past 300 years, back when we had money.
Welcome, people of Silverbury,
Who was asking me that?
and behold the
Uh, the,
revival of Elise Wraith.
the most sober of the villagers that you brought with you.
No. This is what Tenelis, what Lord Noctum, has been doing. He is trying to
I'm gonna bow before Elise.
resurrect all the
Yep.
old viscounts who initially fought against Alvarez to take this place over. This is honestly, except for the chieftain being dead, this is a very good thing, and we have contingencies for that.
Cool.
I certainly hope so, because well, I mean, it's a good thing you brought back the chief's son, because otherwise we'd be in a real pickle. We didn't know what to do.
Now
I guess.
between
Don't
Kembra
worry,
and
everyone.
Tenelis,
This is all part of the ritual of knighthood.
Cool.
I'm sorry you had to see this. This is more of a private affair. Unfortunately, we don't have a roof.
Um,
Usually
uh,
done in a secluded glade somewhere.
can you make Tenelis? Can you make a persuasion check with advantage? Because persistence is assisting you in calming the crowd, but I mean, you are standing over the dead body of their chief. Like, I feel like I got to make you roll for
I
something.
got them a new chief. Let's see.
They don't
Please
know
make him
her.
roll for this. Please make him lose it
Yeah.
and get mauled by
I have
the
advantage.
barbarians.
Oh, I just killed them all. That's fine. No, I won't be able to. Actually, I can fly away. I have 1 spell slot left.
God, that'd be funny.
Well, let's see here. Where are the persuasion? Advantage. We'll add the 6 on there. There,
Okay.
22.
Yeah, so they're not sure what's going on here, but they know that you're technically supposed to be in charge, and you do weird things. And Persistence is the one who brought them in here, and he's also telling them not to worry about it, and that they've got a contingency for it. So they're going to turn around.
I lead him back, and I lead as soon as they're going. I'm going to walk up to Kemper. It's like you do have a contingency for this, I assume.
Yes, Daedalus asked me to reincarnate him once we arrive back at Castle Noctum. I'll
Okay,
be interested to see what he comes back as.
good.
Maybe a squirrel.
Well, we'll see.
I wasn't 100% sure if it should be a different reincarnation, a special one, but like I'll leave it up to you. I don't know. Just have it be normal.
Yeah, I was just gonna have it be normal and roll on the table.
Oh, we'll find out. I kind of want
Yep.
to do the normal one because I want to see what nonsense can happen.
Okay. So the villagers all go to bed. It's past the kids' bedtime, definitely. They're all asleep. The adults are going to sleep. Only the like night watchmen are out and about. Teneless, we know, is zoned out and is resting. Kember is resting. Uh, Prague is dead. Uh,
For now.
Viscount Wraith is processing everything that's happened. She is no longer a historical character, though. It's interesting. You said her first name was Elise, right?
Yeah.
Elise Wraith. Okay. Make a character sheet for her.
But yeah, I just wanted one of my little Nazguls. Gotta go around and get my little Nazguls. So they can be charging my fort when I'm not around.
Okay. I mean, that certainly does
So yeah, it's
solve the
like
question.
she's like got a bit of bone left, whatever can be left.
Yeah.
So at least we can do the enemy dead, and it's like, you know, one idea I had is like over time she's gonna get like more fleshy, and like once we get her some proper armor, she'd like flesh fuse to
Mhm.
like the armor. She'd be like some type of like weird ghoul or something. I don't know.
Right.
Or she's just right now she'd probably just be a shadow inhabiting armor or something like that.
Hmm. Just weakly inhabiting the vessel
Yeah,
that you've
just
created for her.
yeah. I made it like a shitty phylactery with the Kato heart, so just like put that in
Yeah.
there.
Retroactive phylactery.
All I know is that it's like you have to do higher level spells, but it's like, oh, this is the shitty version. I'm not bringing back an
Yeah.
actual lich, so
Well, Kembra did have. You're fortunate that Kembra does have a ninth level spell slot to contribute to the ritual, because
yeah.
otherwise there was basically no way that this is going to work. Um,
I was basically just gonna be like, hey, lady, I'm doing a wish here. Help me out here.
yeah.
I'm not that type of warlock, but you just be like an RP, beg.
Right.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what I should have done. I should have did a little pray. That's could have added that to that.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. So you got that. So we'll circle back around to everybody else. So Minsk, are you going to bed or what's going on with you?
Well, I think the party would have been broken by this point. We would have been dancing and drinking and having fun, and then Persistent freaked out, and the party wound down after that. I don't think Minx would have joined. I think he'd have just seen what was going on and just been like assuming it's Teneless and just kind of be like, yeah.
Hmm.
That's what I was hoping, but then I rolled a 1. So.
Which is fair. Yeah, so he'd probably be heading to
I
bed
mean,
and
in the
whatever
sake of insights,
spot
is like,
they've given.
what's the worst case scenario? Oh, I was like, I'm gonna rally the people and find out what's happening over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
But
though
yeah,
just a little while ago I was told the ritual is going on.
Minsk is pretty used to sleeping in all kinds of different circumstances. So this is just, par for the course.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna bring Doug back. I need my pack mule.
No, just the way you described is like, okay, that can very easily be interpreted as an abyssal incursion or something like.
I have no idea. I just was like, oh, it's a black pool. Like, make a black pit, and maybe there's like some like water at the bottom of it. I don't know. Just a floating temple. It's like I think I'm within my rights. It's like it doesn't change the building.
Yeah, I mean, hallucinatory terrain, you can make it look like basically whatever you want. It just doesn't change what it actually is.
4th level spell slot, and the thing has so outside of these purposes. This
Yeah. So Elijah, are you still out in the woods doing stuff, or what are you doing?
100%. As soon as I've seen people like bedding down to sleep for the night, I'm gonna find a tree and hang out in it. But like, I'll be back at camp in the morning.
Okay, so you find
Tentalis was starting some grade A nonsense that I did not want any part of.
okay. So you find a tree and hang upside down from a branch and go to sleep.
Yep.
Um, I'm just imagining that. That's funny.
Oh yeah,
Um,
he's having a blast
an
up there.
actual bat.
yeah. Let's see. Is Aerith said she was gonna be right back? Are you back,
Wait,
Aerith?
that's a good idea. A vampire that loves fruit, fruit bat for a more lighthearted campaign.
Yeah. If you're Aerith, if you're still around, or if you're trying to talk, you're muted.
I
Okay.
think she's AFK.
Okay. I'm gonna say Aerith passed out somewhere.
With
I
some
mean,
boys.
she'd mentioned that she went off to get drunk, so that
Yep.
does track.
Yep.
Persistence is used to being like the dad friend of the bunch, so just the whole okay, nope, put her in a room. There you go.
Getting drunk when I'm
Yep.
trying to RIP is like top mood. Like, what am I talking about here? I'm leaving. Gotta leave. That's here.
Okay. So everybody's gone to bed. And so then the next morning, a new dawn arrives.
And also sparkle in the sunlight. I think I can do that precipitation actually.
Yep.
I don't know
Let's
why I
see.
want to do that.
So it is now year 3, day 13.
What was our second op that we sent out?
Your second domain action or whatever it
Yeah.
is, org action. You sent out Circulaire to recruit a unit of cavalry.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So that should be finishing up tomorrow.
It'll be finishing up the day after tomorrow. Yes.
Ah. Okay.
What should we do? If you don't
Go
have a
back to
day,
the camp.
I'd just be like, we should get some wood
Or
or something. We'll make a lumber camp. I don't know.
is it? Oh no, it would be tomorrow, wouldn't it? Because it's 1/7/14. Yeah, so it's tomorrow.
I thought so.
I wasn't sure if it was one of those things where we hadn't technically started the op until like the second day.
Yeah, unless there's any grand ideas, I think just like resource extraction. Need some wood, need some metal. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing you can do, but I don't know.
Or did I do it? Okay, yeah, I think I just got off by a day at some point. So yeah, so the recruitment should be over tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, so that he should be arriving back with his cavalry that he recruited tomorrow. Let's see.
And you're saying this in relation to us waking up this morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Elijah is very much of the mood that we should return home, spend a day back at camp until the cavalry comes in, and then start our next operation, and then decide what we're doing from there.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
So have a partially wasted day, but at least get
Well,
some progression
we could
this session.
also just do an aerial scout of the surrounding terrain while we have this form. Just to
Well, I believe
That's fine.
Kembra did all the busy work of contacting everybody, so I might as well just wait.
yes, we can return. We can have some time to organize affairs, make sure that the keep is ready to receive all of the villagers of Silverbury. Uh, have do some light reconnaissance with this as long as the spell lasts of the surrounding area. See if there's anything that we missed, just in our excursions up and down the river.
Vordag could be quite queer with me. I have to make him prepare so many homes for these people.
That's well, we have time. Also, I assume that you would like to rebuild your former city.
I mean, it looks pretty good, I thought.
No, it's nope.
No, yeah, the roads are a problem.
The roads are a problem. The ruins are a problem. There's much work to be done.
Considering you have to have so many more homes being built for what is not that large of a group of people, should give you a hint that you need better guest services.
And as well,
We
there's
had
also
lovely guest services until Alvarez showed up.
yes, and so we must rebuild what they destroyed. There's also the other forces that are coming to join us beyond the villagers. Uh, I don't think we need to
We should,
house
once we
knights.
get back to Noctem, we should have some of Saint Aine's bread. It's a good treat. For a job well done.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
Alright, I was just making up a name and then adding bread.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't think Saint Anne is anybody.
All right.
mean-
So I think it's time to look at the map here. So let's see. So you guys are at Silverbury currently. So you're wanting to head back to Castle Noctem. So normally that would be a 16-hour journey as the crow flies. But you're going at 10 times speed. So that's about 2 hours to get there with your flight form.
Yeah, I believe.
Okay. So you're in. It's the morning. You guys are ready to go. Do you want to talk to anybody? I mean, people are starting to ask questions about where the chieftain is.
Well, they saw him dead.
That's true. As the rumors are starting to swirl.
Yeah, it's like, Canberra, are we taking care of the chieftain before or after we depart?
Um,
No, sorry. Reagents are at Castle Noctem, I believe.
yes, I believe that was what was needed. So
Can we carry the body through gaseous form? I guess he's an object at this point, so will he turn into gas if I hold him?
I'll
I
carry him.
can.
I have no idea how much Frag weighs.
He's probably pretty heavy.
Well, I suppose if you wish, you can carry the man.
I mean, a lot of human weight is in like the water weight, and he lost all of his blood, so
Yeah.
Oh, it's a decent amount.
he's a couple gallons lighter.
Let's see here. Let
Yeah.
let me bless you with the privilege of carrying him really quick. Let's see here. Let's smudge a little blood on your forehead. There you go. You can carry him now.
Thank you, and I just fireman carry him over the shoulder and wait for the gaseous form spell.
Okay. Are you guys? So I guess Vogue. Are you leaving Vogue in charge?
Vogue and the Huntsmaster, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
He's the
you're in
guy.
charge. Your father awaits your return.
Like
Oh, is father going with you to Castle Noctem? Is he going ahead?
Yes, I will be knighting him.
Oh, excellent. I will lead our village uh, to Castle Noctem. It will take us some time though to get there. I imagine 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll take us a little bit over a week to get there with everybody.
Yep, well,
I must
Um,
apologize. The roads are in such disrepair.
yes.
uh, we'll make do.
Yes, and make sure to, when you go through Honeyward, any useful supplies that you can without disturbing the monstrous bees, try to take them with you.
All right.
But again, must really stress, they are monstrous bees.
Perhaps it's best if we avoid them then.
Yeah. Well, you could send a few scouts to just pillage a few valuables.
Oh, yes. We made ill meet with the dragon. It's a young one, but the black
Hmm.
dragon, Erdas, may hold a grudge. Be careful.
We'll keep a weather eye on the sky.
Well, we should try to. We got time. We should see if he's around to make sure the path is safe.
Okay. So do you guys want to fly to Honeyward first? I don't think that actually takes any time.
Yeah, I assume we'd be going over it
Yeah.
anyways.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so Kembra casts the spell. You guys fly off. You can see as you look down, the village is a flurry of activity of everybody packing up anything and everything they can carry that they think they might need. Loading up what few carts they have that can help them carry more stuff. Um, and just generally preparing for a hard journey through the swamp. And then it's not too long to Honeyward, um, and you can touch down. The bees are buzzing all around you. Are you taking Viscount Wraith with you, Elise Wraith?
How many misty forms do we got?
I think you have enough to take her with you if you want.
We previously
should
were
take
able
should
to
take her
do.
back home to should help her alchemate back to
Okay.
the mortal plane.
We
I mean,
previously had enough for your
she
zombies.
needs to
So.
take a stay of prayer in the chapels below Noctum.
Okay.
I gotta remember, I'm supposed to be she's alive, beautiful. She takes a short vacation. She's got rest sickness.
Right. Exactly. That's all this is. So yeah, so you land at Honeyward and find it inhabited only by the bees. It appears that Erdas has not returned, uh, and you've packed up all of his lab equipment and stuff. So
Can we speak as smoke? I don't think
did you
so, can we?
did you speak as smoke?
Yeah, when
Can we
we're
speak to
gaseous
each other?
form.
Oh,
No,
can
we
you
can't.
speak when you're in gaseous form?
Yeah, that.
Um,
Probably
I don't
not.
I don't know. Let me look at the spell.
I mean, I suppose we can reform and have a quick meeting.
Yeah,
Is there any more of that gross honey? Did we leave any of that here?
I mean, there's a whole hive full of it. Yeah.
If I can, I want to get a vial of it for Anton
Okay.
because he asked me to.
Let's see. It looks like it doesn't say you can't. You appear as wisps of cloud. I'm gonna say sure, you can talk in this form.
Oh, should we carry on and go to the castle, or should we fan out and look for the dragon?
In response, Elijah just goes towards the castle.
The
Yeah.
mood.
Castle.
Do wish to make sure the passage of these lovely people is done well.
Oh, Elijah's gone.
Goodbye,
mean, you're-
friends.
You're I mean, you're following roughly the path that they would
Yeah.
have to take.
I'm
So
gonna. Yeah, I guess since I'm here, I'm gonna do a quick investigation of the area since we got like 8 hours with this.
okay.
I'm gonna add it on my. Where's my? I guess I can just do one d6 here. No, fuck. Fuck.
Are you looking for anything specific or?
I guess mainly dragon lair spots. I guess since he's a black dragon, he can probably like live underwater, which is kind of problematic. But also like
This is just like for the
dragons,
area.
dragons are big. Maybe he would probably. Well, I guess that'd probably be survival. Well, I'm just gonna look for like anything major, but if there's nothing specific, I might stop by that field of corpse flowers. I don't know. Maybe I'll take that as an excuse. I'll just go over to the. I'll look for that field of corpse flowers and bees and just like check it out.
Yeah, I mean, you see there's large plants that smell really bad, like corpses, uh, or healthy people, depending on your perspective, I guess.
Oh, they smell like
Uh,
flowers, obviously.
yeah. And the bees are buzzing all around them, gathering up nectar and pollinating them and everything. It looks like a field of flowers. If the flowers were monsters and the bees were the size of a person.
Beautiful field of flowers. Okay. It's really a gift of the land provided by the lady. Well, I feel like bad things will happen if I mess around too much. So I'm just gonna like take a look at this stuff for a while, and I'm just like, well, dragon might have came back here. So I'm just yeah, it's the same thing. It's like in this area, I'm gonna look for dragon signs, and then if there's no dragon signs, it's like, oh, let's take
Okay.
off.
Yeah, you don't find any signs that he has returned to this area. And there aren't any. I mean, you did know this land 300 years ago. In the immediate area around Honeyward, you can't really think of any place where a dragon might hole up.
Hmm.
And like he is a dragon, so he could conceivably have flown anywhere in the mire.
True, big true. But the main thing I just want to make sure if like he's just lurking in like a gopher hole that's the size of a dragon, and he's just like, is that a convoy of people? I'm pissed off about this. I'm going to kill them all with an acid breath and go home.
Hmm. Yeah, you don't see any signs that that is something that might happen.
Probably like dragons are just like no one bothers with them. It's like I'm gonna send an army after them, but they live in a remote location and they'll just like come by and like kill an entire army in a breath and leave. It's like okay,
Yeah,
you
that does
never
make
know
it
when
very difficult to deal
when
with
they
them.
decide to do that, you know. Well, I did my looking. We can just go back to the castle if everybody else wants to.
Okay.
When we do get back, if nothing happens between here and there, I'm going immediately to the armory to pick up my darts. That should be ready.
Okay. Uh, okay, so that's the Silverbury population moving today. Um, let's see. So you guys fly back to Castle Noctum, and uh, Mr. Elijah goes down to the armory to pick up his darts. Yeah, they've got them in a box for you.
Awesome. I'm gonna take them out of the box, start putting them in my pouches, and arm myself up. I think I bought like 50 of them, didn't I?
Yes, I don't remember exactly how many. You could probably go back in the recording and find out.
Probably.
Okay.
A lot of shift through though.
If you did it in episode 1, you can't.
Okay.
I it wasn't in episode 1 because you guys had uh you traded in the daggers, right, for them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
It was
it
like
was
2
when we
episodes
came
ago.
back on our way down to Night Meadow. Okay.
Oh, you can just
And I
do
think
your weight in daggers, right? So.
yeah.
I thought I did. I did my weight
Yep.
in daggers, sold them, and then bought darts to replace them.
Yeah, so I think you can just do the math again then. That's probably easier. Because I don't think you've picked up any more stuff since then.
No.
Travel
Okay.
ring.
All right, so I'll trust you to do that math. Um, so you guys arrive at the front door of Castle Noctum. You materialize. Uh, Elijah immediately goes off to the armory. Um, Elise looks around and says, "Well, it's certainly not in the best shape."
Lord Noctum, where do you want this?
Oh, let's see here. Doug and I can take that off your hands. We should actually. I already atoned you to the ritual. Come, follow me. Let's head to the deeper parts of the castle.
Great, I give him the Doug, and I go off to find like the
Oh, okay.
quartermaster.
Bye.
Like I have no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing this stuff unless you need my help, which I assume you don't.
I mean, I just like I gave you a little fucking stamp. It was like he can carry the water. He's a good boy. And I was like, well, I
I
guess
need
okay.
to make sure that our facilities are prepared to receive your people.
Hmm.
So.
Before Tentalis could look around anymore, Aerith is also gone.
All right, Doug, Elise, if you wish to come with me, let's head back down to the lower chapel and to the catacombs and prepare ourselves.
Hmm.
You must be tired, my dear. You should take a rest. You have been through a traumatic experience. Well, we're gonna go down there, and I guess I'll deduct 1,000 gold from myself.
Okay.
I don't even know if I gave it to myself. I haven't given myself to it. So what's the party share? And I'm gonna take mine out of it.
Yeah, so it's currently in. There's a document called Treasury under the New Dawn. I
Okay.
believe everybody can edit it.
Yep.
Is it in Roll20 or?
Yep,
In Roll20, yeah.
4,956 gold.
Yeah, so you want me to deduct 1,000 gold from that?
And if you can, just leave a note. It's like, it's my share or something. I guess I can probably
Okay.
remember that pretty easy.
I'll just put
I guess it
Tentalis.
is a shared pool. I guess that doesn't matter.
We
know.
need to get the representative of a force that just joined us back. Like it
Yeah,
it needs to be done. But yeah, you will be hopefully
Well,
reimbursing that.
it's tradition. He deserves it.
Yes, no, this. Whatever your people's traditions are, that is your business, and I have no
Let's see.
objections.
Get me in touch
Except
with
for
the armor.
reimbursement, which I'm
We should
interested in.
prepare him a suit of armor too.
I will do that as well, and I will. Yeah.
Whatever his size is. We'll need his sizes later. Sizes might be changing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you retrieve the components for Kembra, and she casts the spell. I mean, it's not. He's perfectly within
I hope he's willing.
the.
I guess he's not.
Hmm?
If he's not,
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
should we go investigate for that list of expanded races, or just
It
do?
Oh,
is.
I've already got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
put that in the Westgate file.
Good old 30. But how about an
30.
expanded
Come on,
list?
Loxodon,
Uh,
Loxiga.
He comes back as a drow, which is actually that
Should we
that
trans
fits.
his gender?
Roll me a 1d2, and if he's a 2, then we'll trans his gender.
Oh fuck!
There we go.
This is why there's so many ladies around here. She keeps on doing this, man.
Okay. Prog Wraith is now a female drow.
Frog sounds
That-
like a gender neutral name. I don't know.
I'm
pretty,
not sure how
I
his
mean-
people are going to react to this.
Part of the ritual did involve the lady.
Yeah.
He keeps on doing this, man. It's not
I'll
my
have-
fault.
I'll have to find a different art for him.
Her.
Just change the hue and I don't know, put a bra on him or something.
Actually, you know what? It just changed their sex. It might not have changed their gender. This is going to get confusing.
Very true. Very true.
Yes.
He very much still be.
We can have a
a
very
man,
butch,
so,
they
yeah.
might
a
they might
very
not be now.
large drow woman.
You're gonna have to make a serious decision on gender there.
Yep.
Oh, that's it. That's his choice. Oh yeah, it's not my character. Good luck, Frag. You'll have years to decide on how this
Roll
is
for
gonna work.
identification.
I mean, it's like he's just like, I mean, I'm gonna live for a lot longer than I would have otherwise. I
This
regard
is
this
a
as an
great deal.
absolute win.
Also, you're a knight now. We'll get you some armor.
I was going to give them the armor I was wearing, but I think that's too big now. So I'll see about
And we'll get it resized. He needs a proper armor for a
Yes.
knight of
Yes,
Nocturne,
you
as
can.
he is. You are now officially donned as well, whatever name you choose. You are now a knight of Noctum, and you are I name you Viscount of Wraith or whatever that region is called. Silverbury, I guess.
Well, thank you, sir.
You already had it, but now it's official. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, I think like my great grandmother, I now have quite a lot to process. Um,
She's
so
right
I'm
It
gonna
there.
go.
becomes a
Her
problem,
territory
you
was
know.
just rewarded out from under her.
She's got other things she needs to be doing
Oh,
now.
well,
Do-
I'll have to
Or
talk to her some more, but
Elise.
she's going to be my lieutenant.
Does
And
she have
you'll
armor, or is she armor?
She is armor, I think, is
Okay.
what we decided.
Okay. So I'm basically going to that suit
it's
of
just
slightly
enough bone for like to do the ritual.
that suit of full plate that I had them make and like put the Noctum ornamentation on for this thing. I'm going to give that to the armor. Have them take measurements of the new Viscount Wraith. That's annoying. Uh,
Yeah, I'll probably like. I think I can craft magical items with like Arcana apparently, and so that'll probably make my money sink to like make decent armor for Elise.
Yep.
If you have the time, yeah.
Yeah, this is true. Probably be like, yeah.
we now have. I just need to make you aware of this. 2 female Viscount Wraiths.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Uh,
We
yeah.
have senior and junior here.
Yeah.
What's the female
Wraith,
equivalent? Is it the same?
Wraith the older and the elder, and Wraith the younger. That's done and
I
dusted.
I actually don't know what the equivalent for. I don't think that.
Did they ever do that for
I
one?
don't think that European society gave enough of a shit about women's legacy to bother with that. If
Well,
I'm going to be quite
in the
honest,
terms of RP
Yeah,
and the
actually, that's
story,
weird. Now that I'm thinking about that.
it's the only things I can think of are like the great. So when straight from we don't really care about it to yes, this person was amazing.
oh yeah, well yeah, Catherine the Great is like, well, she's
Yeah.
the only notable one, so I guess I guess
Well,
they
I
just put
guess.
numbers on, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you've got with like monarchs, right? You've got Elizabeth II. So
Oh yeah, I
Wraith
guess
the
Olympus.
first
Yeah,
and Wraith the second.
this is
I,
literally
I
the
would go with.
only one I can think of though.
I think we can always think of a different reason. Maybe someone might have a name change. Maybe Elise will have a dissociation with her current form and name and might change the new one. Who knows?
Either one of them might have that. Honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is tradition in Octum. Everyone does this all the time. This is very confusing. Don't look at the paperwork. We got rid of it.
All rotted away in the swamp ages ago.
Well, just normally, it's every Knocknar night we burn it.
Oh, okay.
We have no better name. Nah, probably just rotted.
Anyways, I make sure that suitable armor is commissioned or to alter the armor that I was using, and then I'll go back
Yeah.
into my Daywalker armor as my standard set. Now that we're
This
kind
system
of
has a very ladylike trim, so like. Then again, I think Frag is a very large drow, so.
I was making whatever your people made. I was wearing whatever your people made for me, so it's whatever your style is. And then, in addition to that, so try and I know that we got a bunch of armor and stuff. I'm not sure if that was already used on the zombies.
Yeah. So you notice the patrolling zombies have better are better armed and armored at this point.
Okay.
We haven't gotten that stuff from Catcher, but I think it might be hard to get it from Catcher, so we'll just have to note that it's at Catcher, but it's too dangerous to go to Catcher.
Yeah. The logistics of going there, unless you like
Well, you sent
send
an
a raiding
emissary.
party in your boat.
Yeah. Would it, Lord Noctum, would you prefer that the armor be given to the skeletons or be given to your living subjects?
Ooh, what's the? You mean the people from
From
at the castle, or
Silverbury.
the people from Silver? Well, they're not here yet.
Yes, but we can prepare it for them, and once they arrive, we can outfit them and start training them in it.
Well, they're
Which
not.
armor
The
is
choice
this?
is your the armaments that we gave to the skeletons. If we took it away from the skeletons and gave it to the living people instead,
Oh,
it's
I
it's
mean,
just
they seem to have their
Oh,
own
for
equipment. I
sure.
think they don't. It doesn't look like.
well. Then we can take if I assume that what the skeletons have is of higher quality than what we saw with the villagers. Correct?
Well, these the people at
yeah.
Castle Noctum, I feel like it'd do them a dishonor to take away their equipment.
Okay, but they're not people. They're oh boy.
I mean,
Persistence is
unless you.
trying really hard to be like, we probably want to keep. Like, Persistence wants to make sure this region, after we destabilize
These
Alvarez, can
people
hopefully
have
stabilize.
decades of experience. They've earned their keep.
Uh, Persistence is torn because he's not sure how much he wants to burst this bubble uh, to do something that is
You think
actually
you can
for.
burst this bubble, buddy?
I don't. I would take after having that sort of wet noodle of a conversation with Noctum, he'd probably take the two Viscount Wraiths aside and just explain. And it's like, hey, we found some armor stores. We gave it to the zombies to better equip them. If you would like to use it for your people instead when they arrive to better protect them on the battlefield, you will need to make your argument to Lord Noctum because he believes that those zombies are all living subjects of his.
Hmm.
I am not going to intrude upon your affairs. You can make that decision yourselves
I'll have to
internally.
see if I can inflict Elise with my madness.
Well,
I need her to agree with me.
Elise will look around at all the dead people, the zombies, and be like, "They seem to be in perfectly good health to me."
Yes.
Oh, good. Well, thank you, Elise. If you could go and greet your new forces, I will just bring Prague up to speed here.
Prague says, "Yes."
Yeah, Prague.
Uh,
They're both.
yeah.
So yeah, you've noticed it, right? I don't need to spell it out for you.
No,
Big
you don't need to spell
buff
it out for
drow
me.
Okay.
woman.
That is
Prague is beautiful.
I value our alliance with Lord Noctum and the unity that he brings this realm and allowing us to use his lands as a staging ground. I am not going to rock that boat, but I will also support you if you wish to secure better armaments for your people to keep them alive on the battlefield. The choice is yours.
Um, hmm. Well, I'm not at liberty to countermand Lord Noctum. Perhaps a better solution would be to find another source of arms. We're going to be needing to outfit a full army anyway, right?
Oh yes, we will definitely be trying to do that. Unfortunately, the first order of business is we need to secure lodging and other supplies for your people before we can do armaments. As you can see, there's not. We need to rebuild a village here, which we can repurpose the zombies as labor to begin while we wait for your people. If you would like to take charge of organizing that.
Uh, Perhaps Wraith the Elder would be better suited to leading the zombies. Um, but I could certainly help with preparing the area, the village
Well,
for
you know
my
your
people.
people's needs. Yes.
Yes. Um,
Because ghouls gather lumber. Like, that's. I know
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They're pretty good at it.
yeah. They could set up a lumber camp across the way and uh, start getting materials ready for them to start building more
The
huts.
thing is, we also recruited some elf druids, so we can also do wisps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they're here
Perhaps
yet, but yeah.
perhaps Kembra would also be willing to help with some of her magics
I
that could
would.
be of use
Yeah.
as well.
After
Uh,
having the conversation to try and let the Viscounts know about the zombies having the good armor, sort of thing. Persistence was after they call a meeting of all of the various lieutenants. I assume Onyx is here, like get an update from him on intelligence
yeah.
coordination. Kembra,
Okay.
the Viscounts,
Uh,
Noctum.
all right. So you want to
Elijah will be a
have
fly on the ceiling for that
I
conversation.
assume. Okay, I didn't even know if Elijah was going to be here. He could be being missed all all over the countryside for the next couple hours. So
No
Yeah,
matter
no,
what's
no, I'm good.
happening and what we're doing, we can just assume that he will be there.
Okay.
Pretty good bet.
So Persistence is going to be calling a council of war. Um, Aerith, is there anything that you want to be doing at the castle before he does that?
I'm just sending the vial and a letter to Anton. Uh,
what was the vial of again?
the
Oh,
Necro
she wanted to get some more honey. Could
honey.
you make me a nature check?
Yeah, absolutely. Sweet, sweet. Let's say it. Nope.
Uh,
It's
so
not
the bees sting
surviving.
you, but you're pretty tough, so you're
Yeah.
able to grab some and run away. But they do get angry about it.
I hate those people. Anyways, I'll come back
Yeah.
and burn their whole nest. I hate them. Uh,
You
she's
haven't
sulking
tried to even
about.
understand them.
And then how are you actually? So you're able to send messages because you have the diplomat's pouch, but that only sends paper. It doesn't
Oh, it
send
doesn't send
attachments.
attachments.
Yeah, so you do have a way to like send physical objects, theoretically. If you could get it to Mournfells, it could get picked up by the Leviathan, which is the submarine that brought you in.
The
Uh,
working Leviathan?
yes.
Hmm.
And then the Leviathan could take it out to UDC supply ship in the sea uh, that I forget the name of to the south of you. Let me look at the map. I named it the Estrial Sea. Um,
How long have we been missed, and how long do I have left to be missed?
you have been missed for about 2 hours if you're at Castle Noctum. You do not have time to fly to Mornfels and back.
Means, I'll just put it in my room.
Okay.
Just like sort of start collecting
So,
things
I mean, you,
for
you do
Anton.
have runners that you could delegate that to if you wanted to. It just isn't going to be instant.
Or in our
Like, because
case, shamblers.
yeah, because it has to be physically transported
You got a pirate
across the
full of
sea.
pirates coming, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they should be arriving on the morrow.
She's really excited about that.
One to hang out with.
She loves them. But yeah, she is just sort of getting stuff ready to send to Anton when she has the time,
Okay.
and then she'll be down for whatever Persistence wants to do.
Okay. Kuzco, what
Yeah.
is Minx doing?
Uh, I would assume he would be joining this. I mean, he probably just would have checked in with Onyx at
Hmm.
first, make sure everything's going well with their various preparations, talk loudly and draconic around other people, um,
Hmm.
and then head off to meet up with the council. I don't think he's really got anything else that's particular note in this instance because he has yet to make it to a city where his masterful propaganda skills will be needed.
Well, I mean, you could spread a little bit of propaganda that the new Prague is doing great.
Who would he need to spread that to?
Just go back over to the Silverbury population and tell them.
They'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so you're going to be assembling everybody in the war room. Let's see. So Ramon is not here. Let's see. Bolin
Forgot
will
I
be
had a
here.
witch. That's nice.
Yeah. So you're also summoning the commanders of the various units.
I am recommending that Cartier do the summoning and stuff, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, since he is since Rack isn't here, you get to do that. So let's see. So we get Captain Camise. Come on, there he is. And we have Robert Hat. Are your two
Um,
guys who are your commanders right now, who are at Castle Noctum currently?
Is that the disaffected Alvarez hunters? Is Robert Hat?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
He looks distracted. All right.
Yeah.
One for each person that wronged him.
The best part is that if he ever loses a fight, he gets to automatically re-roll it due to the script.
Like, wait a minute.
Lost. I'm not supposed to lose.
That's not in the script.
He gets another shot.
Okay. Yeah, so you've only got the 2 units here right now. The pirates and the UDDC Marines are going to be arriving tomorrow in the Black Earl, which is their ship.
Wouldn't Kembra and the Viscounts also be here?
Yes, Kembra would be here. Let me move her.
I assume the Summon Undead is gone, but yeah.
I got a new one.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, we can rename it. Let's see here. Let's see here. We'll make you Elise. Let's see here. Oh wait, they already have them renamed. Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Soul is probably here now as well.
Not in the council meeting where we're discussing.
No, but she's at Castle Noctum.
She is at Castle. Yeah, if the other, she was with the other druids, being
Yeah.
transported that way. So if they've arrived, I don't think they have. It's only been 2 days. They have the boat, but I don't think they can get there that quickly.
It's pretty close by.
Okay. As soon as they arrive, I would like my boat back.
Yeah, they'll give you your boat back.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean it's they would have arrived. They'll arrive this morning, so
Okay.
they'll arrive about the same time you do.
As soon as we do, I find the least moldy dungeon and put Soul in there.
Okay. Yeah.
I
there's
let
some
Aerith
dungeons.
know that I do it.
It's like, oh, yeah, this again. Okay.
Because we haven't technically decided where she's going yet, right?
You have not.
And so we will discuss what we are doing with her in the meeting, Aerith. But for now, she is a prisoner. She is going into the dungeon. It is the driest dungeon I could find.
Hi.
Okay, and I don't have a thing for Elise yet.
I already gave her one.
And-
Look at her. She's doing great.
Oh, okay. There you go. And I'll have to find an updated image for Prague.
I don't think I have an elf on hands.
Okay. So yeah, so you're all assembled. You've got all your NPCs here. Robert Hat will be with Elijah, leaning up against a pillar. I guess Captain Le Rouge will stand at Tenolis's shoulder as a guard as well.
We need to give him some lore. I don't even know who this guy is.
Sir Cartier, it looks like everybody's here whenever you're ready.
Yes. Let's call this meeting to order and such. So we need to plan our next move in building this rebellion. Thank you all for being here. It's good to see so many new faces, and
Literally.
I'm open to suggestions. Yes, literally in some cases. Viscount Wraith the Younger blushes. I don't know. They're very embarrassed. They kind of shift uncomfortably, and I don't even know what kind of clothes they would be wearing. Very gender neutral clothes.
I asked them to tailor the armor to them. They came back with boob plate, and I'm just like, no, that's not, no. Do it again.
No, they love it. Or maybe they hate it. Who knows? Roll to see if they hate it or love it.
I don't know. I mean, they're going to be like this for several hundred years at least, so.
I'll get another 1,000 gold. Try again.
Just keep on re-rolling like it's a friggin' gender gotcha. Like,
I mean, it's not a bad strategy if you've got the money for it.
yeah.
Technically, there are like potions and I guess belts. I mean, it's like yeah, you put those
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Not in the official book. I'm sure some gamers would be upset about that.
They'd still be an elf though.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
I
the
guess
elf part
if
is
they hate
fine.
being an elf, like,
Yeah.
Like, except for the sunlight thing, but we're in a swamp, so.
Yeah. But yeah, so since Rack isn't here to actually chair the meeting, uh Cartier will basically open the floor and be like, so I'm open to suggestions if anybody has an idea of what our next move should be, our next targets.
Alright,
Uh,
Bozo, if we can just have a sort of summary of our current forces and agenda.
uh, Acknowledged. Uh, Current forces are concentrating at Castle Noctem. Yes, it is expected that all forces will be arrayed here by this time tomorrow. We have one unit of uh, undead infantry, uh, uh, one unit of UDDC Marines, one unit of and 2 units of various uh, ranged attackers, and I guess you'd be doing it more formally, and then
Yeah.
the forces of the village, uh, plus those forces that Kembra is currently assembling, uh, who would consist of the Elven Rangers. So actually, I will add those in so you'll have those as well. And then we expect Sir Collier to return tomorrow with his forces as well. Okay, is that? Yes.
Good. Okay. Good. Excellent. And this is not counting any uh, other forces that Archdruid Kembra's agents who are reaching out to various potential allies elsewhere in Noctum might be able to bring to our cause. Kembra, have you heard any communications from your envoys?
I have not gotten back any responses yet, but I'll let you know once I do.
Are there any responses that you anticipate might be favorable to us?
Hmm. I expect that the Knights of the Lady might respond, although Count Nocta might have to go there himself to to call upon their aid. Um, there are a few other villages around the swamp who might respond favorably, uh, such as Silverbury and Mournfells, um, similar to Silverbury and Mournfells. We'll have to see what their specific disposition is like. Um, Other than that, I'll be gathering my own forces here. I can give you an overview of their capabilities now, if you'd like.
Please.
Okay. There you go.
Hey, Swamp Hunters. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so there's that. Uh, I believe our most pressing issue is we need to begin rebuilding Castle Noctum in order to house and supply these troops that we are mustering. An army runs on its stomach. We'll need housing for any civilians that relocate here, for safety from any Alvarez counterattacks. How much manpower can we devote to that?
Oh, I guess that would probably be a Verorad question. So we'll put him in here too, as the person in charge of the Noctum household.
very busy butler.
Yes. Oh, yes. Excuse me, sir. Sorry I'm late. I was just overseeing some of the servants preparing the repast for all of you. Yes, we have quite a bit of unskilled labor, as I'm sure you're well aware. Uh, Although I would request, I believe Archdruid Kembra might actually be able to assist us quite effectively in repairing the castle. Uh, it's my understanding that druids have some command over stone and wood and other materials, and would be able to assist us in rapidly fabricating replacement fortifications, as well as conjuring building materials.
Skember, would that be something that you would be able to assist us with?
Yes, I should be able to do that. I believe Master Varorad is referring to the Wall of Stone spell, as well as a few other sundry tricks as a druid.
Excellent.
Um, so I can assist with the repairs of Castle Noctum, as well as potentially the town of Tresor as well. Although it will occupy the majority of my magical might for the foreseeable future.
I believe that should be necessary. Do you require any manpower to assist in that? Can we use some of the uh, older Noctum citizens to assist in the building effort while we wait for the villagers to arrive?
Hmm. Let's see. I believe they would be best suited to gathering materials
Yes.
that the villagers can use once. And I guess this would be Vararad speaking. I believe we could gather materials for the villagers to use once they arrive to construct their new homes. There's plenty of lumber and timber around here that we should be simple enough to send our workers out to gather, and it's a rather repetitive and menial task, which means it's perfect for them.
Good. Okay. I believe that is the best use of your magical abilities for the foreseeable future until we hear anything about any potential Alvarez incursions that would cause us to divert our forces otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, so that is going to be mechanically. That's going to be she's going to start the repairs of like the castle as a stronghold. So this is a question for Sel. Do you want her? What kind of stronghold do you want her to repair Castle Noctum as? Do you want the keep temple, or what's it? The mage tower? Probably not an establishment.
We shall turn the castle into a tavern. Weird.
This is where all my friends can hang out.
Where everybody knows your name because it's Wraith.
Hmm. I'll have to look at the rules again.
Hmm. So let's see, the big things for each of them. The temple is there's the extra um
Is that right?
like devotion mechanic or whatever it's called, where you've got you can like summon stuff and like angels from the lady or whatnot, like
Yes, angel.
angels,
Angel.
otherworldly beings of various kinds, um, to aid you, and other magical effects. The tower lets you manipulate your spells, um, and then the keep is helps with recruiting units.
Hmm.
Can probably let
I mean, it'll take a
Sel
while,
think
so
on
I'll
that.
just, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So it's good. We got that. For our defenses and just intelligence operating or intelligence gathering to make sure that we are aware of any strikes or forays that Alvarez does. Mr. Sir Hat.
Yes.
Yes, have your men are they familiar with the surrounding area? Have they been doing patrols? What do our
Uh,
eyes
yes,
look like?
we've been familiarizing ourselves with the surrounding terrain. Um, Although I imagine that Mistress Kembra's forces would put our preliminary preparations to shame. Uh, However, our expertise lies on the edges of the swamp,
Good.
uh, which I have my men watching the border for any Alvarez patrols heading in our direction. So we
Good,
should know if they come for us.
good. If you
Uh,
could
and
continue
Agent
doing.
Onyx will also pipe up and say, also remember we have various intelligence sources inside the enemy strongholds, as it were. If the Alvarez decide to start mustering troops in any locations, we should hear about it pretty much immediately.
Okay, and are they in locations both to the east, which was our original objective, but also to the west, where Cardinal Captain Cato came from?
Hmm. Let's see. No, I think our preliminary scouting was all and setup was all directed towards the county of Montalban. If we wanted to establish intelligence networks over in the west, we would have to spend some time doing that.
We might need to. They unfortunately dispatched a strike force to assassinate Archdruid Kember here, and we defeated it, but they will notice in time that one of their more powerful figures went missing in the swamp, and even if they don't know of us specifically, they are likely to retaliate from that direction.
Hmm. All
If
right, I
you
will.
if you have intelligence on the Montalban side, then I might suggest that Sir Hat's men concentrate their sight on the western flank, if possible.
Hmm. Uh, Sir Hat will look and say, "Aye, we can do that. It'll take us some time to relocate, though. Crossing the swamp is no mean feat."
Do you think it'd be faster for your men to relocate, or as soon as the swamp hunters are here, would it be faster to deploy them?
Hmm. Uh, I would say probably using Archdruid Kembra's resources in that direction is probably more efficient. What say you, Kembra? As yes, we maintain watch throughout the swamp, so anything that I hear, I will pass along to you.
Good. Okay. So take care of our defenses for the time being. Our infrastructure. Let's see. Aerith, what do you propose we do with the captive?
Aerith will look at Minx. She's like, well, I think it'd be best if we sent her on her way over to Westgate. There's a temple there that her name's Mistress Thea, or High Priestess Thea. We tend to take in strays, I guess you could say. I think it'd be in her best benefit if she found her way over there. Or if the UDDC has anything they want from her as well. Either option is better than, you know, where she
Eh,
came from.
I certainly believe my superiors would be interested in having this within our territory in some sense, but I have an idea for a type of compromise. Why don't we send her to the UDDC mission in Westgate? I believe they have a base right outside the city, and that way she's technically in UDDC territory, but your high priestess gets to be there very close by. That?
Hey, I could uh, I could work with that. That sounds like a good plan.
That is, of course, supposing that Monsieur Cartier is fine with this.
Hmm. Well, I certainly don't want to kill any more people than I have to, especially those that don't necessarily have a conflict with us. I I say that's sounds like a good compromise to me.
That,
Because
and this way, we can use her help so that when it comes time to liberate her homeland, we will have one of their own to speak with them and make it clear that our intentions are good.
yes, I can see how that would be useful, assuming that she's willing.
I don't see why she wouldn't be.
People can have poor judgment. It's not unheard of.
That's true, but she has seemed very willing to say things so long as we are not threatening to vampirize her.
Well, as long as you can guarantee that her transporting her elsewhere will not compromise our operation here by exposing intelligence, then I have no objections. Leave that for you to handle.
Uh, As a prisoner of war of the DDC, I can assure you that we can keep her quiet.
Good.
Da. And if I know our men, we will most likely keep her alive.
Check that off the list.
Uh, I shall arrange for an escort to Mornfels then to rendezvous with the Leviathan, who shall then take her along. If there's anyone else that wants to send anything along to be sent out to the wider world, we can send them along at the same time.
Earth.
What? Sorry.
They're going to
Uh,
Leviathan.
Yeah,
Oh,
Soul's going to the Leviathan, so if you wanted to send your sample along with her, then probably not her, but the UDDC could probably at the
yeah,
same
she's
time they're
gonna.
escorting her.
Hey, while you're on your way, I have a package for His Majesty, King Anton. Would you be willing to take that with you?
Of course, it is always a pleasure to transport the diplomatic packages of our allies. You can rest assured that we shall get it to your lord.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Let's see. So you've got the prisoner figured out. You've got most of your NPCs have jobs. So now the question is, what do you guys want to do next?
What part of the book has the new book has the things, or are we just going off the old ones? Or how's this work?
Yeah, the strongholds are only in the old book. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So there's going to
Um,
be a little bit of fiddling with the units that you might get, because the units have to fit with the new book. But other than that, it basically is the same.
um,
Do we have any hints towards where additional weapon caches might be?
Yeah, with the Alvarez.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you've got the
Let's go
one.
take them.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
Okay. Where
We're
is
getting
the?
close to the point they're going to start noticing us.
Oh no, definitely.
Now that we're massing forces, we might want to start looking at our first target.
Yeah. So I think. So I
well,
believe.
if this is how the old book works, right? You can like kind of like add on new things later, right?
Oh yeah.
You can only have one of the four at a time as your like stronghold.
Well, as the thing you're attuned to, right?
Right. Yeah, you have to like you can swap between them with like an extended rest or
Obviously,
something
this is
like
a
that.
city, so obviously there's a castle, a mage
Right.
tower, and there's a temple. So it's
Mhm.
like, what are you prioritizing first? And I mean, since it's probably most important to have the fortress first, since we want something to be defensive with, right?
Mhm.
Agreed.
I mean, it seems like the most
Mhm.
universal, because like I don't remember the rules of the temple. It's like some resurrection privileges and some other things and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The temple didn't do Keelandi a bunch of good.
And I know the mage towers, like you can make custom spells. Like, well, I mean, that'd probably be nice, but it's like let's just do I don't know if we even
Yeah.
bother with that stuff. Let's do the fortress because I
Okay.
think that was the most defensible one.
Yeah. Yep. So I believe it's 150 days for a level 1 keep.
That's the
But you're
problem.
building
Unless
on
it
a
takes so
ruin.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, you're building on a ruin though, so that cuts it in half. So that's 75 days. Uh, so that's what almost 11 weeks. So it's something important to start now, but it's not gonna come into play for a little
Well,
while
as,
here.
as priority, we'll get that going.
Okay.
All right. So I believe since we have, by killing Cardinal Captain Cato, we sort of dealt a blow to mobilization in the west. We should probably focus on the east for now. Uh,
Yeah, that first target. Can't remember the name of it is.
Chimi.
Chimi. Yep.
Yeah, the place with the portal. That's my thoughts
Here,
exactly.
I can move
Yeah.
you all to the map.
I'm already on it too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, the village is
I appreciate
protected
being
by a
moved.
castle. Contains a two-way portal to the capital for Yeah, so I believe that should be the first place we hit.
Yeah, because if they control the portal, that's gonna wreak hell on us.
It's 90. How far can we travel in a day with gaseous form?
Let's see. So normally you can travel 4 hexes, um, without terrain penalties, or if there are no terrain penalties, and so then you can move 10 times as faster, so it's 40.
Which
Which
is
uh,
4 times
40
6.
times 6, that's 240 miles.
Okay, so we could. Oh wow, we could actually
You can
gaseous form,
gaseous form
fight,
there
and be
and back.
gaseous form. Wow. All right. We're fucking
Yeah,
gonna be
it increases
terrorists.
your striking distance quite a bit.
Okay, so I think.
Um,
There's just sitting here
so
is like,
so
I need an excuse for her to leave.
you can go anywhere within 120 miles in a day and
Woo,
come
let's
back.
go.
Well,
Uh,
not exactly, because however long you spend there is also ticking on gaseous form,
yeah.
right? So
I think 90
if
is a safer.
yeah, because that because 90 miles is what? Um, because it's normally 6 miles. I need to do some math here.
Said 4 hexes in a day. 90 is 15 hexes away. So
Yeah,
that's. You said 10 times as much, or
yeah, it's 10 times your speed because it's 300 feet is
so that's
becomes your
40.
speed.
So we can go 40 hexes. So that means we can go 20 out and 20 back. So we could actually do bateau, but if we purely traveled, not if we did
Yes, if
anything
you
on the ground.
right.
So I would say 15 is probably safer because that
Yeah,
leaves us some time on the ground to do
on the
things.
ground. Yeah, because how long will 90 miles take you? Um, let me look at the spell.
It's less than half a day of traveling.
Uh,
So if we can travel 40 in a day, uh, 40 hexes in a no wait. Yeah, we can travel 40 hexes in a day. So that's 30 hexes of travel. So four. So it's 1/4 of a day. And if a day, what are we counting a day as? 8 hours.
8 hours, yeah,
So
eight
two
hours
hour
of
two
travel.
hours on the ground.
Okay, that's pretty good
Yeah. So we can hit anything within the 90-mile radius of the castle
with just you guys.
with just us. Yeah. So that means Chime, Cathedral of Light, and the village up there. Okay. You can also air if just on your day off you can go and drop off the vial at Mornfels.
Whoop, there we go.
Yep.
Does
Are
it
we
cost
going to have
anything
to
besides the
take?
spell slot for her to cast this?
Are we gonna have to
It
take Tim with
does.
on the way to Chimi?
Uh, I mean, you don't have to do anything. Bozo would definitely tell you that it's a good idea. Um,
I think that's what our intel report we did for our first op said.
yeah,
Is
I
take
mean, you have
take Tim
access
with
to
on the
that
way.
still. I can pop it up for you. Um,
So kind of, I'm Elijah is kind of thinking. So we take him with, take Chimi as quickly as possible before they can reinforce. So back to back intrigue very quickly, as
well,
fast as we
so
can move.
This wouldn't be intrigue. This would be a session.
yeah, so like you guys would
Yeah.
go and you would clear out Kernwith, for a session, and then your army would march there over the course of an intrigue, and then at the end of the intrigue would be your actual like jaunt over to Kaimei, because
Got it.
your army can basically march from Kernwith to Kaimei in a little bit over a day.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of using the army. I thought that just ourselves were going to go in and try and at least
Mhm.
disable the portal and then leave.
Yeah.
And I was kind of thinking of doing that first and then clear out Kernwith and then do the
Mhm.
march.
Okay. That works too.
Maybe. I'd say start them marching, and then we zip and get what we can done before the armies get to Kernwith.
Oh, wait a second.
Mhm.
I don't want to wear my Daybreaker armor. So, because the initial plan is we're gonna stir up some shit, and we're hopefully going to get them to realize it's Cartier, and then once if they put a bounty on Cartier's head, we're gonna have Elijah and Persistence sort of fake capturing him and turning in the bounty, like a disgraced noble trying to reclaim his honor, and then a knight sort of doing that. Are we still good with that plan, or did we want to try something else? Or do you guys not
It
remember that?
it seemed like that was still going to be the plan. I mean, what we've done hasn't really changed how good that sounds at the moment. At least I can't think of anything that would really
Okay.
derail that success.
Apologies, Viscount. I will need that armor back.
Oh, armorers will have
Oh,
to
it's boob plate.
work
Damn it.
overtime. I'm sure there's plenty of armor at the castle now.
Nope, it's tits out for persistence, apparently. Same AC, whatever.
My concern about all this is we've already angered them in the West.
Yeah. Should we focus on the West instead? Are we going to... That's a question for Sir Cartier, because his family is not in the West.
I
Mhm.
believe saving the man's family is why we are here.
Yes.
And how saved the man's family will be if we're attacked from both sides.
Hmm.
It's
I
going to take them some time to get through the swamp. It's not as though they will just magically appear.
I
Uh,
do not disagree, but I do think that cutting off this portal as soon as possible would ensure that we are not flanked by large forces on both sides.
It is true. I'm just not sure about marching the army as yet.
Yeah, I am as well.
I believe we should keep the army at the castle.
Yeah, let us take out the portal first. See what sort of what our spies bring back about any mobilizations in Montbon and what we see on the western border. Uh, Contingency plan after that would be to take Kernwith, and from there use an army to take Jaime. But if things are different, then we can instead hold the army centrally and deploy it east or west, depending. But I do believe
mhm.
that taking out that portal is the wisest first move that we have.
Okay. So your plan is that tomorrow you're gonna fly out to Kaimei. You're gonna try and infiltrate the castle and disable the portal, and then fly back.
Yes, because we've left orders with the various lieutenants for the new troops that arrive already have things that they're like earmarked to begin helping with. I believe.
Hmm.
Are there
Yeah.
any troops that are going to be arriving that don't have a thing to do?
I don't
I
think
don't know if
so.
the Marines or the pirates are going to be here. Are we going to have them building shit?
They arrive tomorrow morning, so they can help with building.
Okay, as long as we're not, we don't have any idle downtime on our
Hmm.
on our units.
Yeah.
Okay. Works for me. I would probably suggest leaving Onyx in charge of getting the new units acclimated as the most normal of our lieutenants.
I can assist with this.
Good.
Eris is only a little bummed that she doesn't get to hang out with the pirates immediately.
Well, I mean, you're gonna come back,
Yeah,
presumably,
well,
assuming that your mission is
presumably.
You
successful.
can have a victory celebration with them after we disable the portal.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. So you guys start going out over that. I will plan that out for next week. And then we will do that. So this looks like a good place to stop.
Excellent.